Of Jesus Christ in the community.
Bye TV.
Peace.
Peace.
Baba, 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 TV, 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 TV. Every time fire. Every time, every time, every time, every time, every time, every time.
Peace and Black Power. Welcome to another edition of Baba TV, House of Consciousness. We're here today, getting ready to get it popping with Sharif Bey and Dr. Reggie. Brother Sankofa, how you been? First of all, I haven't seen. It's been a minute since you've been on Baba TV. How you been? What you been up to? And yeah, basically, let's get started with that.
Well, you know, forever soldiering, brother. Forever soldiering. That's what I've been doing. How I've been is great. I'm in good spirits. Stress levels is low. High energy. Studying, as always. Sharpening my sword, my mental sword. You know, sometimes it's good to take a people fast. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not a glory whore. Not to say that anybody who's always in front of the camera is. But I don't, you know, I believe that the proper preparation prevents poor performance. So Sankofa, in the spirit of the 5 P's, is always getting myself ready and prepared. When you don't see Brother Sankofa in front of the camera all the time, that's because, you know what I'm saying, I got something, I'm in the trenches, got something I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? Something powerful, and I'm getting my mind ready. I'm getting my physical ready as always, and I'm endeavoring on some powerful things, man. So Brother Sankofa, always soldiering, always in the spirit. I am a race soldier for the cause of black liberation, and this is what I do. I mean, we're here today at the National Black Theater. I'm ready to go in there and get it in, learn. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my notes. You know what I'm saying? When you come to these kind of events, it's good to always take them notes, so you can always go back and cross-reference the information that's being conveyed here. You know what I mean? Brother Sharif Bey, powerful brother, very intelligent. I got a lot of respect for the brother. Respect for his mind state. As a martial artist, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain discipline and character development that comes with being a martial artist, and he's a scholar at the same time, you know, along the lines of being a Moor. So you know what I'm saying? I like the combination of his mind state, you know what I'm saying, and him as a person. The other brother, our brother Dr. Reggie, my man, a master researcher. He's been a part of this consciousness in this movement damn near 30 years. You know, I don't think you could have picked 2 better people from those communities, the Moorish community and the RBG community, to go up against each other. You know what I'm saying? Intellectually go up against each other. And, you know, I think them brothers going to bring a lot of powerful information out. The people are going to learn a lot. They're going to be fed very well with knowledge. And I just can't wait to get up there and get it in, man. Man, you know, a lot of people, I mean, it's nothing new. Oh, all y'all do is debate. Why do y'all just debate so much? You know what I mean? People got to understand. It's all about how you look at things. When you have a panoramic perspective and you look at things from a broader scope, you'll see it as not just a debate. You know, our people are products of being lied to for centuries, you know? And this is a paradigm shift that we're living in of consciousness. So in a paradigm shift of consciousness, we got to decide, where do we go from here? Do we just take everything off the table? Do we need to put some more things on the table? Or do we need to work cohesively with what it is that we respectively have on the table as far as ideology goes? You know, these are things that we have to really ponder and take into consideration. Now, in a paradigm shift of consciousness, you know, knowledge and information is more vast. We're digging up a lot more bones, so to speak. We're finding out a lot more things than that which we once know. We're going to have to upgrade. We're going to have to expand in our thinking and reconsider certain things. You know, that's part of the process of evolving and growing. So this is not just a debate. This is part of the, if you're really looking at it from a broader scope, this is part of the paradigm shift of consciousness. And in that paradigm shift of consciousness, you know what I mean? Things are going to have to be considered, reconsidered, cross-examined, you know, and sometimes even factored out if it's not for the best interest of us as a people as we evolve in this consciousness. As a people who have been shackled mentally, psycho-spiritually, subconsciously, I think that it is very imperative, and it's even inevitable that these events have to take place, because it is the part of the process of growing and evolving and becoming more enriched with knowledge and understanding and moving forward as a people. So I love these events. I love these debates. You know what I mean? Now, methodology is important. There's a difference between a debate and you know, when it's a respect for each other's scholarship, and it's for the best interest of the advancement of the knowledge of our people, and people are coming there to, you know, intellectually battle, you know, a public discourse, you know, based and rooted in an intellectual, it's an intellectual thing, you know what I mean? It's not like
said he ain't gonna get in no boxing match with his own people, and he don't like race hustlers.
he said he don't like race. You know, everybody has something to say. Race hustling.
Fair and even exchange. You coming in.
Exactly.
So what the hell are you talking
Exactly. But you know what? There's gonna be people on the side who rightfully so entitled to their opinions. But let's just look at what's happening. Let's look at the large impact, the vast impact that the House of Consciousness, Baba TV, Sonetta TV, and University is having. People from all over the world are tuning in. They're learning. They're getting knowledge that they was never exposed to before. They're growing and evolving. These events are having more of an impact as far as liberating minds and giving people information that they previously weren't even subject to, opposed to somebody on the sideline bitching and moaning, not doing a damn thing, but just complaining about what we're doing, you know? So, like, I think it's catty, it's bitchy, and a lot of it's just rooted in jealousy and hatred, bro. That's what it's really rooted in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have a problem with that, once you come out with something or a program and you do it better, show us how it should be done. Don't just sit on the sideline bitching and moaning about what it is that we're doing when there's way more good coming out of it for the people, as far as them learning, and people who've never, I meet scores of people all the time who say, I never knew any of, some of them are college graduates, some of them come from the Christian church, some of them was in street gangs. I'm talking about people from all walks of life that I've met in my journey recently over the last few years who have been thanking me. You know what I'm saying? Not me, just Brother Sankofa, but thinking me and the platform in which I'm on, and all the teachers and all the things that they've learned from watching these TV. People have told me they don't even watch regular TV no more. They're always tuned into Baba TV and Sonetta TV. But see, because they have a thirst, an unquenchable thirst and hunger for knowledge. Because what this is doing, okay, it is contributing to the inevitable paradigm shift of consciousness, okay? This is what this platform is doing. That's what the debates that we have are doing. Okay? People are gonna be who and what they are anyway. A lot of people that came here being Moors are gonna leave here being Moors. A lot of people who came here being RBG are gonna leave here being RBG. Nobody's going to a fight. Nobody's going, it's not no brawl, or, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing physical. It's an intellectual discourse publicly, and the people are going to learn from it. People all over the world who are not here, who are seeing it live stream. Somebody down the line who is seeking knowledge, who doesn't know which is what, and a little confused about, you know, which direction they should go, they will be able to look back after this event is over in the archives and come up, and somebody right now who's probably a baby or a young person, you never know what this event or other events, lectures or debates that we have may do to plant the seed in somebody's mind and help them evolve into a better, sharper, more intelligent black man or black woman. Yes, you got to look at it, the impact that it's going to have on a positive note, not just be a hater and on the sideline complaining or bitching, if you will, about what the House of Consciousness is doing. You know what I mean? They're talking about race hustlers. But then we talk about economics. So where do you draw the line? We're practicing economics, and everybody in here, nobody's getting robbed. You have vendors here. People are buying crystals, conscious wear, Kings County conscious wear. Brother, shout out Brother Red and Blue Pill. People are buying some good, healthy food. You know what I'm saying? Offering an alternative to the garbage that we're so used to having. You know what I'm saying? And people are learning. And people are meeting other people that they didn't know before, exchanging numbers. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot of this. And the live stream is going to be free. You know, so a lot of people are going to benefit in a positive way from this event. So, you know, with success comes hate and jealousy. You know, and it's not to say that every single person who has a grievance with what we do and our methodology is just a hater. I'm not saying that. But if the dashiki fits, as I always say, then wear it. You know? So it's powerful, man. Knowledge is power. So by exchanging knowledge, we're empowering ourselves. You know, we're empowering our babies. You know, there's some young brother or sister out there right now who's watching these, or who may come across this and many other of our lectures on this platform and others, who is going to change their minds. It's going to break some shackles. It's going to break the spiritual shackles. It's going to break the subconscious shackles, you know. It's going to break the many shackles along many lines. Because our people are jacked up, man. We are people who, as I said, are product of being lied to for centuries. We've been in chattel slavery, physical bondage, longer than we have been free. And in that peculiar institution of slavery, it wasn't just physical slavery. No, we were robbed of a comprehensive knowledge of self, kind, our mores, our norms, our history, our language. So in order for us to reconnect with that, and we have such a vast history as a people, many of our people are claiming different aspects of our history. Some people want to rock with the Moorish dynamic or era of the history. Some people want to deal with different African spiritual systems, Ifa, Yoruba, Kemetic science. You know what I mean? So in a process of us reconnecting with who and what we are, you know, and there's so many different factions, and there's so many different groups, and there's so much knowledge out here, and as we have people that have been being lied to, and we're divided along so many lines because of titles and labels and ideas and ideologies that we have, it is important that we come to the table to have an intellectual, respectable discourse, all right, to determine what it is that is true or is best for us, okay, with hopes of being able to unify along lines, okay? Because at the end of the day, Moors, RBG, Hebrew Israelite, no matter what group, Nuwapians, okay, we are at war. There is a greater enemy outside. So all this internal rift about this group, this idea, that philosophy, this methodology, you know, we got to consider that we all collectively have a common enemy. So there's going to come a time where we're going to be forced. Something very tragic and something very chaotic is going to take place. This cracker is plotting and planning, and it's going to have to push us all together, okay, for a common goal and objective for our self-preservation collectively as a people, okay? That's what's going to end up having to take place. So having an intellectual discourse about ideology is the last thing our people need to be worrying about and bickering about. You know what I mean? We need to be preparing ourselves for what it is that we're going to all be dealing with, okay? You need to start paying attention to what's going on in the world around you. We need to start really being more aware of social realities and dynamics of things, okay, that are going on by the elite people who are controlling things, who have already written you off in advance. Yes, there's a blueprint for our collective destruction. So along with these debates, which are good, along with studying, which is good, along with going to the Metropolitan Museum with brother Dr. Reggie is good, but you also better start going to the goddamn shooting range. Studying is very good and it's important because an educated soldier makes the best one. But we need to start getting physically fit. We need to start having some kind of physical discipline, some kind of martial art, something that we need to start preparing ourselves and our children for. Yeah, I'm not saying you can beat the white man with a gun. He manufactures the gun. But you don't never want to limit yourself to anything. You better exhaust all measures and prepare on all levels. You know what I mean? Because the things that are about to come, you see the things Sandra Bland, 5 black women killed in 1 month, in the month of July alone, found dead in jail, talking about suicide. That low-life, dirty cracker, that devil, Dylan Roof, who went into the church, a historic black church, shot up 9 black people. Here it is, we're bitching and moaning about what Sarnetta and Baba TV is doing at a debate. Niggas better get your priorities and your minds right, okay? And really start focusing on the real enemy. Really start focusing on what is happening around you, okay? Because we all have a bigger threat that we're facing. You got people on their platforms, all they do is talk about what we do. Sitting in the bedroom talking shit about what Sarnetta's doing. Like they're obsessed, you know what I mean, with our platform. for if it wasn't for our platform, they wouldn't have one, because all they talk about is what we do on our platform. Address some real critical issues. Talk about some real relevant social matters. Talk about some real solution orientation to combat what it is that we're facing. Okay, and I have a lot more respect for you. But if all you're doing is talking about what we are or are not doing, or what you disagree with us, when there's a whole plethora of other topics and more important critical matters going on in the world around you, it shows that you have a limitation of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You're very limited in your scope. You know what I mean? Of history, of current events, of social realities that we're facing. Address some of those things. You know, my art is about balance. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with critiquing other people, because we are by far not above critique. But also, outside of that, start to critique more other relevant things. Come up with a blueprint, okay, for black power and liberation. Okay? If we're doing it wrong and we're just race hustlers, or whatever it is that you want to call us, then I challenge you to show us a better platform and give us a better example of how it ought to be done.
Without including white folks.
You know what I'm saying? Without including white folks. You know what I mean? Yes. This goes for you integrationalist niggas. You're integrational, you ain't got nothing to say about this platform. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect the opinion of an Uncle Tom House nigga. I don't respect you, nigga. I look at them as the white man. You know what I'm saying? We are at war. So I don't, yeah, talking about race hustlers, but you were integrationalists. Man, our people are something else, boy. But we do have our work cut out for us. You know what I mean? And the battle is for the hearts and minds of the people. You know what I'm saying? And our greatest weapon right now is knowledge. That's right. We have to weaponize this information. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a war for the hearts and minds of our people. You know? It's amazing. You know how to see. Sometimes you got to protect the subconscious mind. You have to go on a subconscious mind fast. Why? What do I mean by that? The subconscious mind is picking up and affecting your mind more than the conscious mind is. You know, there was a study done in New Jersey, maybe in the 1950s, right, Baba? And what they did is when they film a movie, right? There's 23 frames, I believe. You know what I'm saying? There's really 24, but they leave one frame empty so the subconscious mind can, you know, mentally digest or process what it is that their eyes or their conscious mind is seeing. So they would leave the 24th frame blank. But they did a study in New Jersey. I forget which part of New Jersey, but it was in the 1950s. Okay, I think it was the experiment was conducted or blueprinted by a person by the name of Edward Bernays, which was Sigmund Freud's nephew. And in this experiment, what they did is the 24 frame. What they did is was a subliminal. They did splicing. What they did was add like maybe a picture of popcorn, a picture of a hot dog, a picture of a cheeseburger, something like that. And when people was watching the movies, 23 frames a second, 60 seconds in a minute, you know how many times they're seeing flashes of food that their subconscious mind is picking up on, that their eyes are not even seeing or catching because the frame is moving so fast? The whole point of saying, and that is that the subconscious mind, we're being fed all kinds of stuff through watching television, through billboards around us, colors around us, things that you're hearing, but the subconscious mind is picking up on. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that in order to combat that, okay, you have to have weapons. You have to weaponize knowledge. Meditation, you know what I'm saying, is important. Understanding the science of the mind and how the mind works and being able to protect your mind from these images that's going in the minds of your children and baby. It starts young. So part of breaking the shackles is dealing with knowledge, but weaponizing knowledge, using it as effectively to break shackles, to protect the subconscious mind, okay? And that's what my art is all about. You know, so our people like to say my art, and we look at it in a damn religious way. My art applies on so many different levels in reality, okay? My art is balance, you know? So get your mind right, also get your physical right. You know what I'm saying? Don't just read books, you know what I'm saying, on science or history. Read books on law. Read books on the art of war. Read books on agriculture. You know, if we're going to become a people that are autonomous and we're trying to go for self-sufficiency and independence as a liberated people, there's going to be different sciences that is necessary for people to have to qualify them to be in the positions of building and running and operating our own autonomous government. You know what I'm saying? So don't just read history. Life is a school. in the extended classroom of life. And even in school, you have different subjects. You have different periods. You got math class. You got science class. You got civics, history class. You know? So in the extended classroom of life, in this school of life that we're having, man, it is imperative to have that kind of balance where you're studying a multiplicity of critical subject matters and learning how to apply it in real time to change the paradigm of our condition. You know, that's what knowledge is supposed to be used for problem solving. Man, it's very important that you read the book by Dr. Amos Wilson, The Blueprint for Black Power. Book is like this thick. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't big enough. Real talk. There are people who have libraries on books of various different topics on just what they're going to do to build their community, their people. Yes, Asians, Jewish people, they have libraries, insurmountable books of knowledge on different things for problem solving and nation building, medicine, architecture, all that stuff. So we can't think we're such a little people, we're just so petty that 1 or 2 or 3 books or covering one topic is going to just liberate us. Nah, we have to study in depth. We have to take research and serious, and not just studying, but knowing how to apply that which we study in real time. This is real. So when you're just getting knowledge because you want to sound deep, I mean, that's good, but it's just not good enough. It's not going to really change anything. You know what I mean? It's important that we learn how to apply knowledge for problem solving. Okay? Because our liberation is predicated on the application of right knowledge. Not just knowing it and knowing that you sound good and being elated by the fact that somebody says, "Ooh, you deep. He's kicking knowledge. Man, that boy's a beast. Listen to him talk." I mean, that's good. But it's only part of the battle. The most important part of the battle is the application of the information. Making it work in a real time, in an organized and orderly fashion. That's what revolution is. Complete constructive change. You know? You want to say something, brother? My brother right here, man. Brother Pup. You know what I'm saying? Always dropping it. Here.
I mean, just to piggyback off what you're saying, it says it right here. What he's saying is right here. I am the example of the change I want to see. I am the example of the change I want to see. Now, I go by the name of PUP, Pain United with Passion. I am the House of Consciousness, conscious artist. I will be opening up the debate with a powerful, powerful, powerful song that I remade, which was This Is the Man's World, the James Brown remake. I'm gonna kill it today with that. And I'm gonna give him an example, or a sample, of basically piggybacking off what you're saying. Because taking in all this knowledge, you gotta know what you need. And I said, I can't fall back into the same trap. I can't fall back into the same mind frame. I can't fall back into the same path. I don't wanna hear them lies, lies, lies no more. You gotta know what you need in life. Peace and love, family.
Yeah. Oh, and plus, you know what? I wanted to finish what I was saying. I don't think I got to the punchline of the point. When I was talking about when they put like the subliminals inside of the frames in the movies in the 1950s that affected the subconscious mind to basically kind of control your desires or trigger a certain desire or want or appetite within you, as they were doing in the movie theater in the 1950s. The first social experiment that they had, which was blueprinted by Edward Bernays, which was the nephew of Sigmund Freud. So these was masters of hypnosis and psychology. Okay, what they would do is in the frames, there's 23 frames per second. There's really 24. One is blank. But what they started to do was they put a frame of a picture of popcorn or hot dogs or burgers, and they noticed that food sales at the movie theater skyrocketed after that. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm trying to say is that there are frames that when the children are watching television, be careful what they're watching and putting them, because they're seeing things, but there's other subliminals going on behind the scene that the mind is picking up on, the subconscious mind that the conscious mind's not, and it's like automatic push button remote control. That's why it's very important and imperative to know how to guard the subconscious mind and put things in it to counterbalance that. Right knowledge, the application of certain disciplines that is a counterbalance to, because we're not just battling the conscious mind, it's a subconscious battle. It's a psycho-spiritual battle. It's an economic, a political battle. It's an academic battle. Okay? It says right here to make your culture count. How do you make your culture count? Races are competitive on this planet. It's probably even called a race. It's like a race. It's competitive. You know? How do you make yours count? In an ever-evolving and advancing world, how do we make the conscious community, how do we make our culture count? Okay? Group economics, block votes, a military defense mechanism, you know? Discipline, order, and love, okay, and nationalism is how you make your culture count. Because nobody doesn't respect a people that don't even respect their own goddamn people. You know what I'm saying? You have to be race first in this race for self-preservation on this planet. You know? So the application of knowledge, once again, people, is very important. These debates are good. These debates play a very part, but it's not just about a debate. You know, it's deeper than that. That is a spoke in the wheel of the change to come. Events like this, you know, we're going to have to start having meetings and workshops on how do we come to principled unity. Not unity, just a whole bunch of people standing together, then going home, or coming together to protest, and then going home, or coming together at a debate, and then we just go home. No. How do we establish principled unity? How does we make our dollars circulate in our own communities 10, 11 times like they had in Black Wall Street before it even leave the community? You know what I'm saying? How do we implement these things? This is serious. This is real. Because why a lot of us is so, y'all are so busy bitching and moaning about what this platform is doing. Our enemies are blueprinting a future for the success of their children ruling over yours. See, so this knowledge is supposed to make the generation better down the line and stronger and more advanced. Okay? Principled unity has to be predicated on our future success. You know, we need to come together and talk about, you know what I'm saying? How do we, along the lines, because we have different groups, that's never going to go nowhere. In Africa, there was different tribes. You know what I'm saying? Nobody just came together based on the fact that we was just black. But see, the paradigm is different now. See, it was just different tribes in Africa, but here in America, it's totally different. The social engineering is different for us. Different tribes from different parts of Africa here, renamed, psychologically colonialized, mentally conditioned, you know what I'm saying? Now we have to come together in unison, you know what I'm saying? And know that, okay, we have different movements, different groups, different sects, different organizations, okay? And within an organization, it's different subdivisions, okay? How do we come together along critical, essential, necessary lines for our self-preservation? That's what we need to come to. We need to have a unity, a conference. Yeah. We had the Kemetic conference, but I'm looking for a unity conference sooner or later down the line, because it's very important, because this white man is not playing with us, you know, and the future of our children is predicated on what we do now. So take this knowledge, weaponize this knowledge, use it as a weapon to fight against white supremacy, and also use it as a tool or mechanism to advance us. That's how we make our culture count, okay? So in that spirit, your brother Sankofa, race soldier for the cause, to the death, black power, black nationalism, Pan-Africanism, to the death. Thank you, Baba TV, for giving me another opportunity to come on here before the people and speak my mind. I didn't have no specific topic I wanted to go in. You know, the brother throw the camera in my face. I just freestyle off the top of the head, which makes it more real because it's coming from the heart. So some people, oh, he long-winded. Well, he didn't get to the point. Well, I can't help it if you got a short attention span. You know what I'm saying? But peace and black power. I love my people. Race first, Pan-Africanism to the death.
And I just want to say, before I forget, I want to thank my big brother Sharif Bey and Dr. Reggie for helping me with my channel, helping me. They helped me a lot. behind the scenes, they really do giving me suggestions and things that I can do to help. And of course, Brother Sinetta always. But I want to give Brother Sharif Bey a strong, powerful shout out. Thank you very much, brother, for helping me along with my channel, and Brother Reggie, you as well. Peace and Black Power.
Peace and Black Power. We right here with a Morris brother right here. See, it's not about division. People talk about these debates. It's divisive. You know what I'm saying? It's not productive. Here it is, you got Black Power. I say Black Power. RBG to the death. Here it is, a Morris brother right here, because I'm race first, ideology second. Now, the brother right here, a Morris brother, you see what he got on his neck? Africa. You know what I'm saying? And he's not afraid to say black melanin power. Is that correct?
Black melanin power all day. Peace and love. I won't say peace and love to the family, because family mean house full of slaves. I will say peace and love to the tribe, because we one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all of us. Islam.
This is what the people need to see. Unity. You see here it is? They think with some people on the other end of they think it's a debate with divisive. When RBG see a Moor walking down the street, it's like, look at this nigga.
Of course.
No, it's not like that. It's love.
I know we sell ourselves in this state.
No, there are race traders within every group and movement. You had people in the RBG movement who were agents back in the day. So the same way you had people that sold each other into slavery doesn't mean all Moors was just race traders. The same way doesn't mean that everybody was COINTELPRO in the Black Panther Party. Which some of them were. So you're always going to have race traders. Every nation, every tribe, all people, every ethnicities has dissidents and traders and sellouts amongst them. You know what I mean? So to say that or paint a big picture with one brush by saying they all sold their people into slavery doesn't make any sense, because you got a black cop who's a sellout, probably planting drugs on a person that didn't have no drugs or nothing, just so he can get an arrest quota, so he can get his arrest quota and throws him in jail, and he's black, African American. Like, that's like saying you have that dynamic. That's like saying that they are, you know. Peace, brother. Black Power. Islam, my brother. You want to come into the camera and say something?
I was just saying debate, but guess what debate is? Debate is the bait.
Debate. I said
the bait. Now you got everybody out here, because debate. The word debate was the bait that got us all together. So that's beautiful. Islam.
That's right. Peace and Black Power. I love the conscious attire, brother. Loving it. The dashiki, the Ankh hat. This is beautiful. So we got the Ankhs, the fezzes. You know what I'm saying? RBG. Unity.
I'm leaving.
Principle unity. Because after this event, people came here being Moors or RBG. We're going to leave being the same thing. But hopefully a unity initiative comes out of that. And you're seeing an example of the potential for that right here and right now. Brother, is there anything you want to say to the people?
I want to say peace, Black Power, and Hotep to the whole entire conscious community. It's going to be a powerful debate going on tonight. And make sure you go out there to support the event, to support the brothers. And there's going to be a lot of good information being passed along. So I definitely look forward to it. It's going to be very powerful. But one of the things that I also wanted to mention, I think it's a beautiful thing where brothers could come together who have different ideologies and be able to express their points of view of the world without there being violence, you know, that comes as a result of it. I just wanted to say that.
That was beautiful, man. Was your first time ever coming out to the events, or okay? How long have you been into the consciousness?
I've been
knowledge.
Into consciousness for 18 years now. I'm 33 years old. My uncle is in the Nation of Islam. My uncle's name is Fakhruddin Shabazz. I know y'all brothers probably seen him. He be up on 125th Street. Yeah, he has a table. He has a table out there, around in front of Jimmy Jazz. So he was the one that was teaching me that the white man's the devil, and he was teaching me the science about Yaqub, and I just found it very interesting. Every time I heard my uncle talk, it was very powerful, and I wanted to know how he was able to speak so eloquently. And he told me, he was like, brother, I read. So then I went and I brought the Supreme Wisdom by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I started studying, I started building with that. Then I went to the God body science, and I was dealing with that for a little while. So I was just jumping around to different conscious movements. I've also met a Moorish brother who went by the name of Mangum Bey. And, he taught me about, the Moorish science that they had going on, the clock of destiny. And he telling me that the Moors had a civilization or a government set up over here before the Europeans had came over here, and when the Europeans came over here, the Moors had gave them a charter to set up their government. So I was like, you know,
first ones to accept.
yes. So I was like, wow, that, you know, that's very powerful. So I just started searching. Then I had came across Nubianism, and I was a part of that camp at one time under Malachi York, AEO.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
You've been through all of those camps.
Yes.
What are the commonalities and the differences, and which outweigh each other? Is it more in common, or is it more differences?
Good question.
That's an excellent question. I think there's more similarities because when you break all of them down, it's for the upliftment of fallen humanity. All right? Each one of those sciences,
Drop the bomb for that one. Boom.
each one of those sciences is there to uplift fallen humanity, is to give us an identity for ourselves, whether it's NOI, the God body science, whether it's Moorish science, the Kemetic science, Hebrew Israelite.
Now look, you just named 5. Aren't we better like this than like this?
Absolutely.
Can't you do much more with this?
Absolutely.
Islam. We need to be like this, fellas. All of us. We one nation, man.
Like Malcolm X said, when you bring them 5, you have 5 fingers, but when you bring them 5 digits together to form
Power.
one strong fist, it has more of a powerful impact. I wanted to ask you one more question in closing. You know, in this media, social media, cable, in this world, there's so much going on, so much on television, so many damn shows on cable, I don't even know what to watch sometimes. You know what I mean? So many damn things on YouTube to watch. I mean, I can't even keep up with everything. My question to you is, with a lot of these television shows, which portray a lot of us at our worst, at our most ignorant, our women in a very ratchet state, a lot of these shows, on media, all you gotta do is put on twerking. You just see black women twerking, thousands of videos. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of sisters representing intelligent enough. I didn't say none. Enough strong, intelligent, stand-up sisters educating their children, standing by their man, being the epitome or an example of what a good, strong, intelligent black woman ought to be. My question is, in light of me saying that, is how important in a social media frenzy world with 1,000 different cable channels and so many different things to watch, how important or how much would you rate the importance of this platform, House of Consciousness, Baba TV, SETI TV, Sarnetta TV, Baba TV? How important is that, considering there's so much ratchetness and so much misrepresentation or one-dimensional representation of our people? How important is this platform?
I think it's very important. I think it's very imperative to uplift our people out of the condition that we find a lot of our people in today.
Sorry, hold on.
And I think hip-hop music, and I don't want to blame it on hip-hop, because hip-hop didn't start off as, you know, gangsterism and degrading the black woman. Hip-hop actually had a message when it was first started out. It had a conscious message. Now it's all about being ratchet, twerking, degrading the black woman. You know, that's what social media tries to portray about our race. So other people can look down on us, so we can look down on each other. It's a very degrading image. So yeah, these events are very important, and we need to have our own social media network that promotes a more a better image of African people here in America.
You know, because we get to show our handle. A lot of people underestimate the intellectual capacity of a lot of our people. They think we're talking some old mumbo jumbo, pseudo-conscious black talk. A lot of our own people look at us like that. You know what I'm saying? Outside races, there's times I go to work, I work in Midtown Times Square, so I meet people of different cultures, of different races, because the type of work that I do from different parts. And a lot of times when they just hear me talk, I'm not kicking any certain knowledge or going deep science, just my vernacular. They kind of in awe, like, wow, African American, you sound so intelligent to be, like they don't want to say it, but it sounds so intelligent to be, to be black? Because the image has been so skewed and misconstrued about us for so many years, for so long. Are people written out of any respectable commentary in history who's always been portrayed as a punk, a pusher, a pimp, or a prostitute for so many years on television prior to this big social media frenzy, that this is embedded into the collective subconscious minds of a lot of people. So when we show our handle and we have a platform like Sarnetta TV, Baba TV, House of Conscious, and many other platforms, not just us, Underground Railroad, you know what I'm saying, Know the Ledge, radio, and we get to show, because people all over the world is seeing this. And these events, people come from everywhere. When they get to see our handle intellectually, how we can articulate ourselves, how creative we are. We have people that create things, make things, sell things. It's good in helping to counterbalance the negative images that are continually perpetuated about us, you know? And this is good. This is important that the youth see this. It's important that more black women tune in to this and be inspired by an intelligent black man. Being intelligent is the new gangster. Being an intelligent black man, having knowledge of self, and standing on the front line for a great and noble cause, for the upliftment of the fallen part of humanity, is the new gangster. That's the new keeping it real. That's the new trills. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get it popping and cracking now, with this knowledge. So in order to counterbalance that, I believe that this platform is so important. The importance of it is going to, down the line, looking in retrospect back at this now, this is like history in the making. People are going to be looking back at this, is going down in history, this platform, not because it's about just Sarnetta or Baba or me or any other teachers. It is because of the impact that it's having on so many people. People that we don't even know is watching us is being impacted. People hit me up and inbox me all the time from different parts of the world. Like, we are watching y'all. They're paying attention to us. And, you know, our people in the diaspora, our people in continental Africa, you know, we have to consider something. The phenomena that you see in this paradigm shift of consciousness taking place amongst so-called African American is something that is inevitable, and we're going to spearhead, you know what I'm saying, the upliftment and the evolution of our race right here. That's right. That's why people are looking up to us. You know what I'm saying? We are the examples. When we act like when we're Bloods and Crips, you got them over there in Africa now, in England. Hip hop goes everywhere. Everything we do, people imitate. So if they can imitate us and emulate us in ignorance, we got to upgrade our image and let them emulate and imitate the knowledge. The improved, refined, and reformed black man and woman. So that's why this platform is important. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep having these events, and we're going to keep breaking the shackles. Black power.
We also should show how we can get together too, like we do debates, but it should be some platform where we can show that we don't, you know, it's not what they think they see on one side of the camera is not what really goes on when the cameras are off. So we got to reiterate that, you know, we all brothers at the end of the day. We all see each other all the time. We seen you in the subway. We all see each other. Right. But off camera, they think we all fighting each other. Please let them know that it ain't like that, man. Not in New York.
Yeah,
man.
that was you I seen on the subway last
Islam.
week. Yeah. I was on the other side. We was at 125th, and you was with Baba, and I was like, Black Power on the other side. People on the platform, they need to see that. Now, what up, nigga? Nah. Or some ignorance arguing. They was on the other side of the platform. I'm like, Black Power, Islam, and they shouted it right back to me, right? That was love. That was love. And the crackers was looking at us like, oh, damn. They knew y'all the men of nobility, the fezzes, just the form, the way y'all look. And me, RBG'd up. I love the world to see that. That's right. Because power is what? Power is the ability to create, define, and develop your own ideas and make it work in a desirable and organized manner. So black people need that. So when we say black and power in the same sentence, I don't understand how the hell you can be a black person and don't understand that, or I ain't with that black shit, or I don't want to say black power. Man, you should want to be saying that and let that frequency resonate in your mind and reflect on what that is and how a people destitute of power needs to not just say black power as a slogan, but manifest that in real time. So that's what we're doing. Every journey starts with a first step, and we're heading in the right direction.